Hi and welcome. So this is another video for my more intermediate students. We're going to work on building energy within inside of our palm that we're going to use to place into our bodies. We're going to use the pendulum to do it. So this way, some of my intermediate students know that they're channeling energy. You're really going to feel the channeling of the energy. So we're going to hold the pendulum as we normally would. The energy that we're putting into us today is focus. I like to do things in threes because threes build things. So one's going to be focus, the next one's going to be strength, the other one's going to be love. You'll hear me use love a lot. Love is a universal energy. It's a positive energy. It's one of the most prosperous energies there are. And it's an energy I think that most people don't use enough. It's something that we're always craving, and if we're always putting it into ourselves, we're always going to be able to come to a balance with it. So the music I'm listening to is still my Merlin's Magic, which I used inside of the Reiki beaming video. It's kind of relaxing for me. It gives me a little bit of a focus. Now you can do this with or without music, or you can choose your own selection, whatever makes you feel grounded. Right now I'm just teaching you a technique. So the energy ball is a basic technique. It's a meditation technique in which you usually use your hands cupped like this until you build a swirling sense of energy between your two palms. Now when we hold our palms like this, they act almost as magnets in some cases, where you actually will feel the energy going between them when you just place them together like this. For us right now, we're going to use the pendulum to build the energy up. So you're going to start closer to your hand, and then you're going to move all the way up, and up, and we're actually going to form a ball, and as it forms, our hand's going to cup around it, and you'll actually feel it and hold it inside of your palm. When it reaches a point, and you will know when it's hit its maximum potential, we will hold the pendulum to the side, and we will stick this energy into our solar plexus. Now when working with energy balls, we like to stick them into that center source, because this is our direct source of power. It's going to go to everything. If I'm using energy balls for healing, that's another story, and this is where we're going to go a little bit further for my intermediate students. I'm going to teach you two types of energy balls. The one that we use for our own source of power, and the next one that we can use for healing. You can actually generate healing energy into your palm and then place it directly into the source of what needs to be healed. Say it's a knee. For today we're going to use a knee. It could be a shoulder, it could be anything. This is great, especially when I'm dealing with a person who has very chaotic energy. Their energy would naturally suck my energy out. This allows me to create an energy while not having my energy into it, not getting my energy sucked out, not putting extra energy into a situation that I don't need to do. So this is your bonus today for my intermediate students. First, we're going to start with the healing ball, where we're going to do focus, strength, and love. So first it's going to go into the center. I'm just going to focus on the first three words: focus, strength, and love. 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 As it goes into you, have to allow it to become one with your body. Don't force it out, don't push it away. It's your energy. And you know what you just put into it. You'll feel this pull, you'll feel the concentration of power inside the palm of your hand. You notice the pendulum starts swinging in different ways. Don't pay any attention to it. We pay attention to the words and building a sphere. And that sphere continues to grow. Now say I was to do this with my palms without the pendulum. I'm going to hold my palms together. And I start to create a ball. Just allowing the energy to flow around and around as an orb. Focus, strength, and love. 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 Strength and love. Focus, strength, and love. Focus, strength, and love. Focus, strength, and love. Notice when I use my hands, I use both hands to bring it into me. You'll feel the warmth. Right now I feel very warm. I feel very hot. I feel it going throughout my whole body. It's a very different feeling to build it with your hands than it is to build it with the pendulum, but I always try to start my intermediate students off with the pendulum because you're just getting used to the idea that there's an invisible energy in my hand and it's moving. Yes, there is. Pendulum reacts to that energy and you can actually feel it, so it gives you more of a physical perspective of that what you're doing. As you begin to get better and faster and more strong in what you're doing, you won't need the pendulum anymore, but you can still use it if you choose to. There's many benefits to using the pendulum later. Like this is one of my favorites. It's a wood pendulum and I can put oils in it. They also have stone ones where you can put oils into it, but I prefer wood usually if I'm doing oils. Stone ones, the added benefit is the fact that you have the benefit of the stone that you have on it. One of the great things about the wood ones is that they kind of remind me of a really good cast iron pan. They become conditioned because they absorb the oil. You can't really get it all out eventually. Now, of course, you want to use a Q-tip to be able to pull any excess oil out of it, but pretty much it gets down in there and it becomes its own scent. So we usually set an intent for the pendulum if we're using oils. So this would be my healing pendulum. I would only use healing oils inside of this, such as lavenders or jasmines or those types of scents. And I can mix up the scent each time. And eventually it gets its own sort of flavor, its own sort of conditioning, just like your cast iron pot would. So for our second one, we're going to work on generating healing energy. Healing energy, we're still going to build in a set of 3. Set of 3 gives you a triangle of power. It gives you the stable foundation, it gives you the energy to move in, and then it gives the energy to create the whole manifestation. So you have a set of 3 going into it. And then they work off of each other and they bounce around just like atoms bounce around, energy bounces around. So we're going to work on focusing, putting some energy into my knee. It's a little bit swollen. Difficulty sleeping, pregnancy is one of those things that you have a hard time sleeping, and it's great energy for anybody, and you can see you can use it regardless of what state you're in, as long as you're doing what is right. So what we're going to start with is building the pendulum energy, and for this one we're going to use healing, love, and peace. The peace should help with any kind of inflammation, to bring things to a balance. The love is for the nurturing effects in this case. Anytime I'm doing healing, I always want to include love because it's a nurturing feeling. We always feel better when our mother's holding us when we're not feeling well. Same thing. It's a nurturing effect. And then healing is our basic intended purpose, so it kind of sets the tone for the other two to stick it where it's supposed to go or help them flow where they need to be. So we're going to start with building the energy in the palm of our hand. Healing, love, peace. 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 and we allow it to fully absorb in. And the feeling that goes in initially for this knee at this time was actually cooling energy, whether before when I was telling you it was a little bit warmer, this energy was a little bit cooler right now. And I can feel the tingling and the sensitiveness, and it's just very kind, peaceful, relaxing energy. I can feel my blood begin to flow appropriately again, and my foot is beginning to get its feeling back, which is a good thing. And it's not just from sitting here, because we've only been sitting here for a few moments. But each time we use a different form of energy, it will create a different feeling. In some cases it's going to warm, in other cases it's going to cool. Usually if it's warming, I'm going to end up creating a sense of inflammation. Not always, but most of the time, because I'm putting energy into it. When we're reducing inflammation, we're taking energy out, which creates a cooling effect. So the cooling sensation allows me to understand that my legs are starting to go through a point where they're deswelling or unswelling. There's such a word. The swelling is removing itself from my body, and the healing is taking place. And I can't just feel it in my knee, it begins to go towards the source of things. I can feel it going into my back right now and into other areas of my body. As you get more advanced, you'll be able to feel energy as it travels. That comes from meditation and being at peace with yourself. So we're going to do it the other way, where we build it in our hands. I want you to feel the two different ways of being able to build energy. Now, if you're having a day where the energy's hard to build and you can't really feel this much, get yourself a little friction going. Get your energy moving, get it flowing, and then come together. Healing, love, peace. 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 I'm going to balance myself out right now by taking the last of the energy that's in my hand and carrying it over to this other side. You may feel when you're doing the healing, your intuition may pick up that one side of the person is healing better than the other, so you want to make sure you bring them to a balance. So that'll help balance the energy so they flow with each other. So one side, I didn't just pour a whole bunch of energy into this side, would create a seesaw effect where I wouldn't get the flow through the body. We want to use the body's natural systems to be able to help it heal itself. So those are the wonderful energy ball. You can do many, many, many things with energy balls. This is just a few of them. You can use them for focus, you can use them for concentration, you can use them for healing, you can use them pretty much for anything you want to generate into yourself. It's a direct focus meditation, it's a direct energy meditation, which you take the energy and you directly transfer it into yourself. Anytime I'm working with energy though, I want to remember I only want to do it in parts. So I don't want to sit here forever doing like 4-hour meditations when I probably only need a 30-minute or 5-minute or a 10-minute. So you're going to have to rate, how does one feel? What does one need? And that's basic intuition. How are you feeling? What do you need? And that's for you to understand. One other thing is, once you put energy into a source, allow it to just settle and do what it needs to do. It can still work for up to weeks afterwards. I've seen energy that was placed into people still working 3 months later. I've also seen energy that was placed into people working within 2 weeks later. So each time is different. I want to thank you for joining me here today. As always, it's a pleasure to work with you, and I hope that you found this video very helpful and that you get efficient and proficient with your activities and working with your meditation. So, until we meet again, namaste.